Okay, I'll start the video.
Connectra creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, Connect Together, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative, Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobbie Seale-Cobiskey, Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson, Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff, and other initiatives including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at Connectra Society.
Okay, well, you can start.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to an adapted seated yoga practice. And so, as always, I'd like to begin with a centering practice. And so I'm just going to move into my screen and put myself on gallery view. Moving the spotlight on me. And so an invitation to begin by finding a comfortable sitting position. So sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So it can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our body. And as ready, lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then an invitation to ground down through your sits bones. So maybe noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Our Buddha belly is soft, spine is long. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. And then an invitation to tuck your chin in slightly so it's parallel with the floor. And then when you're ready, if you like, and it's available to you, take your hands to your heart center. So it might be palms open or palms together. So a gentle reminder that we never forfeit balance to commit to a closer movement. And so if this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, choose another placement for your hands. And then an invitation to take a moment to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. So setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga class for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And then as you're ready, relax your arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then bring your hands together, rub your palms, massage your hands, your wrists, and then maybe sweeping up your arms. And so now an invitation to take your arms in front of you and wave your hands, reaching up high as feels comfortable for you. And so we can imagine that we're waving to our ancestors. So past, present, and future. And then coming forward a little, waving to our ancestors. And reaching up one more time. And so I love to share the story about the woman I had my class for a few years. She lived to be well over 100 years old. We were doing this practice one morning. She said, I feel like my ancestors are waving back. And so just like you're shaking water off your hands, let your arms go down by yourself. And actually, if you'd like, and it's available to you, reaching up one more time. As high as feels comfortable for you. And this time, yeah, let's shake our hands again like we're shaking water off our hands, but making an audible sound. Oh. So let's repose. So I'd like to invite you, if possible, to find a space where you are supporting your own spine. If you need the back of the chair today for support, honor that. And so yoga meets us exactly where we are. And so an invitation to ground down through your sits bones. Maybe feel where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Spine is long, shoulders up, back and down. Chin in slightly. If you'd like, close your eyes here. So our attention moves inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. So notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders, over. And bring a gentle awareness to your breath. So notice your breath. And placing one hand on your Buddha belly, allowing the breath to move your abdomen. On inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. Keeping one hand on your belly, take your other hand to your chest, your heart center. And maybe notice the pattern of movement between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then see if you can begin to expand the breath. So making it just a little bit deeper than it was when we began. Oh goodness, my phone. Apologies for that. And then see if you can begin to lengthen the exhale. So making it just a little bit longer than it was when we began. And so when we lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. So I'd like to encourage you during your yoga practice today, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to your breath and to keep that deep, long, easeful breath. So relax your arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll do a little wiggly fidget. And so a little bum dance. And so let's repose. Ground through your feet. Center and ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start down to your sits bones. Notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release your neck. And so let's begin with a gentle movement for our eyes. And so I'd like to invite you on an inhale to look up. On exhale, soft gaze downwards. So inhale, look up. On exhale, soft gaze looking downward. And now if you'd like, adding gentle neck movements to the eye movements. So on inhale, looking up. So maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And then looking downwards. So warming up our cervical spine. And then it's ready, bring your head back to center. And then take one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head from side to side. So back and forth. And then it's ready, bring your head back to center. And then turn a soft gaze, looking just past your shoulder. So only move your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then move your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. And then when you're ready, bring your head back to center. And so today I think I'd like to practice a little bit of face yoga. And so we're going to be making some faces. Not real pretty, but it's a lovely way to release the tension in our face. So our face can be one of the most difficult places actually to release tension. So I'd like to invite you to open your mouth wide. And then relax. Open your mouth wide again this time. See if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And relax. And now an invitation to draw your facial muscles towards your nose. So you just bit into a lemon. And then it's ready, relax. Make a soft fist, take it up to your jaw and create resistance. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, sometimes taking that in from one day to the next. And then switch sides. Make a soft fist, still take it up to your third eye, middle of your forehead. So gentle pressure here, front part of our brain. Be calming for our nervous system. And then when you're ready, reach up and over. Place your hand on the side of your head. And again, creating resistance. Other side. And then if you'd like, taking your hands to the base of your skull. And then gently press your head against your hand. So if that's not accessible for you, if you happen to have a headrest, you're pressing your head gently against your headrest, or if you have a yoga buddy that can help with the movements. And release, a little shake up. Okay, so let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Sit bones are sharp on the chair. Spine long, shoulders back and down. And so from here, with your hands where they are, I'd like to invite you to tap your fingers. And maybe moving from your pinkies to your thumbs. More challenging, maybe moving from your thumbs to your pinkies. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to bring your hand out in front of you. And so focusing on what we can do. So it might be that you visualize the movement today. So that might be a nice starting point. I'd like to invite you to explore pressing your thumb into your index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky. So as long as we're moving in that direction, Other hand, so we have both right, left side of the brain going on. So press your thumbs into your index finger, middle, ring, pinky. So index, middle, ring, pinky. And so when we combine right, left with the movements and a sound, this can be good for our brain health, particularly our memory. And so the sound that I'd like to introduce is a children's song. And the words, as we press into each fingertip of our thumb, is peace begins with me. And you're more than welcome to practice the sounds, the words, as a meditation. So you might do it silently. Or you can join me doing it out loud. So here we go. Peace begins with me. 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 And then when you're ready, reach your arms up to the sky. So extend beyond your wrist, beyond your fingertips. And then shake your hands like you're shaking water off your hands. And so moving on, I'd like to invite you to press your hands away, push your hands away, and then draw your hands back. Push your hands away, draw your hands back. So not only are we getting into all the joints in our arms with this gentle movement, we are getting into, we can sometimes feel those tight muscles around our shoulder blades. So giving ourselves a little back massage. So push your hands away, draw your hands back. One last time, push your hands away, draw your hands back. And so now when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to roll your wrists in one direction. And roll your wrists in the opposite direction. So if you notice that your mind gets distracted and wants to wander off, know that that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. And so if you notice, good for you. And then just in a loving way, bring your awareness back to your movement. So I'd like to invite you to begin now to slow the movements right down. And maybe to even take a look at your hands in appreciation. And then imagine you're moving your hands through water. And then when you're ready, shake out. So with your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. We'll get into our elbow joints a little more here. Bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. Spiral your palms open, bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. Palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. And now reaching your arms up in front of you, I'd like to invite you to flex and extend your wrists. And then moving from side to side. So we'll just take a moment, and before we move away from the upper limbs, I'd like us to go for a yoga swim. So you can start freestyle. And your arms can be as high or low as you'd like. And then how about backstroke? Breaststroke. And side stroke. Other side. And butterfly. Ooh. All right. So no doubt you're feeling a little more energized. So let's bring our awareness to our feet. So I'd like to invite you to ground through your feet, centering ground through the soles of your feet. And then if possible, maybe tapping your toes. Roll front to back on your feet. So if you're blessed with a yoga buddy, your yoga friend buddy can help with the movements. Alternatively, visualizing the movement. So imagination is powerful. Maybe toe heel opposite, alternating toe heel. Good. Oh, so sitting up nice and tall. Feet are placed evenly on the floor, sits bones are sharp on the chair, spine is long, shoulders back and down. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up, in line with your shoulder. So if that feels too intense, maybe lower your arm. So as a general kind of practice, I'd like to suggest that you work at your 50% and turn your palm face up, extend your arm away from you. And then bring your arm back center, palm face down, other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, extend your arm away from you. Feet back at center, palm face down, release. So we'll practice this gentle movement a few more times. And this time when you bring your arm out to the side, if it feels okay for your neck, I'd like you to turn a soft gaze. Alternatively, if turning your head bothers your neck, keep a soft gaze forward. So here we go. Reach up, spiral, palm open, soft gaze forward, or if you like, gazing past your middle finger, extend your arm away from you. On inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away from you. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. So one more round, reach up, palm face up, extend your arm away from you. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Reach up, spiral your palm open, extend your arm away from you. Let's be back and center. Shake it. So from here, I'd like to come into a practice called finding our balance. And so the best definition of balance that I've heard today is balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so I think worth repeating, balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so if you know balance is a challenge for you, I'd like to invite you to make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. And so let's begin sitting up nice and tall. And then hinging from the hips, you can take hold of the underside of the chair if you'd like. Come forward with a flat back. So noticing that sometimes when we hinge forward, our chin wants to jut up. So I'm going to invite you to tuck your chin in slightly and then rock back up. So an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing in your own time and rhythm. For a few more breaths, or as long as feels comfortable. And so really it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back center. Take a moment. And then from here, an invitation to circle your heart forward and circle back. So keep both sits bones on the chair. And as you begin to feel your lower back, your hips soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper. So shoulders are moving towards our knees. Of course, they're not coming all the way down. And then as ready, reverse the direction. Bring your awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space beside you. And notice how that makes you feel. Bring your awareness to the space above you. And especially, invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. So moving away from me to we. Invitation to trust that we're being supported. And slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms in your lap or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And take a moment to let your belly soften, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so I don't know if you can hear my rooster, not my rooster, my neighbor's rooster in the background. So beautiful sunny day here on the Sunshine Coast. And so moving on, we're going to come into a side bend. So I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the floor. So keep both sits bones on the chair. It's as if you're reaching to pick something up. So we want to keep our shoulder in line with our shoulder and then move from side to side. So you can hold on to the underside of the chair for stability if you'd like. And so it might feel natural to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. And you might notice that as we warm up our spine, that the movements become a little more easeful. We're able to go a little bit deeper. And it's ready, come on back to neutral spine. Take a rest, take a moment. And from here, we're going to come into a movement called cat and cow. So we'll warm up our upper back, thoracic area of our spine. So draw your chest in. So shoulders round. So it's as if your sternum's moving in towards your ribs. And then move your sternum forward and up. The shoulders slide back, and you might notice that the hands naturally slide into our hips on an inhale. And on the exhale, hands slide towards our knees. So an invitation to keep this gentle movement, warm up for your spine flowing in your own time and rhythm. And so move in a way that feels natural for you. So natural that your movements and your breath become one. Then it's ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Relax your arms by your side. Take a moment. And when you're ready, from here, we'll come into a twist. So begin by sitting up nice and tall. And I like to place my hand at the base of my spine. And then so we lengthen our spine, and then coming into the twist, moving from the base of your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Come into your twist, so our head turns last. And then moving dynamically, so gentle twist from side to side. Nice. Finish up the movement that you're on. And take a moment. And so from here, I'd like to come into a practice called sun breath. So meditation on the heart. And so when you're ready, let's repose. So you're sitting up nice and tall, feet firmly planted on the earth, sits bones sharp on the chair, spine long, chin tucked in slightly. So an invitation to take your hands to your chest, to your heart center. So it might be palms open or palms together. On inhale, extend your arms up and away. And then take your hands back to your heart center, your belly, if that feels better. So inhale, extend arms up and away. And this time on your exhale, make soft fists. Taking your hands back to your heart center or your Buddha belly. So soft fists can be good if you have arthritis in your hands. So inhale, extend arms up and away. So moving in your own time and rhythm, if you'd like, imagine the sun at your heart center. And on your inhale, as you extend your arms, okay, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside. This time we'll inhale, and on the exhale, making a humming sound, like a bumblebee. Bowing our head towards our foot. Inhale. Inhale. Place one hand on your belly, the other on your heart center. And maybe notice the rise and fall of your abdomen and your chest. So let's practice a breathing practice called breath of joy. And so breath of joy is kind of fun and energizing. And so the way we practice it is we inhale 3 times through our nose, unless you're congested. And so, you know, if this doesn't work for you, breathe in whatever way you can, of course. And on the exhale, just a big exhale. And we can add arm movements and breathing exercises if you'd like. And so make sure that you don't have anything nearby that you can whack your arms on, your hands. So the first movement with the arms are going to be in front and out to the side and front again. And we'll practice 3 rounds. So here we go. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and drop. 2 more rounds. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and drop. One last round. Inhale, 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 and drop. Okay, so I'd like you to take your hands, place them maybe just an inch or 2 apart in front of you. Soften your gaze or close your eyes softly. And I'd like you to notice Any subtle sensations between your hands? Maybe moving your hands a little further apart, closer together. And turn your palms face up, reach up to the sky. So maybe feeling a lightness. And then palms face down or grounded. Spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Palms face down. And when you're ready, take one arm out to the side, gazing past your middle finger, reach up to the sky. Palm face down. Other side, reach up. Soft bend in your elbow. Palm face down. So this time, both arms, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky, and palms face down. And so I'd like to explore coming into a deeper version of the movements in the spine. So we'll start with side bend. So take hold of the underside of the chair where we need to feel stable and balanced. Release your opposite arm by your side, spiral your palm open. And so I'll give you two options. So it might be that you're going to take your hand to your shoulder, or maybe it feels okay to reach up and over. So you choose. Today I'm going to take my hand to my shoulder. So let's begin together. Spiral your palm open, take your hand to your place, come into your side bend. So keep both sits bones on the chair, turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck, and then breathe into your rib cage. So can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? And palm face down, release, take a moment, and we'll come into the pose on the other side. So you can take hold of the underside of the chair, release your opposite arm by your side, spiral your palm open, take your arm up to your place. So it might be hand on your shoulder, maybe reaching up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. And release. So let's practice this one more time on each side. I'd like you to notice if you felt a subtle shift. And so holding the chair, arm by your side, palm face up. Take your arm to your place, come into your side bend. Turning your gaze downwards. And come out of the pose on this side. We'll come into it on the other side. So holding the chair, send your arm away from the spiraling your palm open. Take your hand to your place, your arm. Breathe into your rib cage. And release. Shake it. Oh, so take a moment, feel your work. And so in a way, the yoga happens between the poses and the movements. Notice how you feel. How's your breath? Is it still deep and long and easy? Notice any subtle sensations. So from here, let's come into a seated twist. So we'll do a couple versions of the twist today. So if possible, if you can bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance, go for it. So on our knees, tracking over our ankles, okay to have your toes turned out a little. And when you're ready, take your hands together in prayer pose. Lift your elbows slightly. So we'll begin lengthening our spine as an inhale. And then invitation to take your elbow point down to your thigh. Reach your opposite elbow up towards the ceiling. And then turn your gaze up, looking past your elbow, if that feels okay for your neck. And it's ready, come back to your neutral spine. And so we'll do this on the other side, beginning lengthen your spine. Take your elbow point down to your thigh, reach your opposite elbow up, turn your gaze, looking up past your elbow. Press into the palms of your hands. And then it's ready, come on back to your neutral spine. So that version of the twist may or may not have been accessible to you. So I'd like to teach an alternative that might be a better fit for you. So again, we're sitting up tall, and I'd like you to reach your hand across to your opposite knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. And so our hands are not pulling us into the twist or torquing us into the twist. They're just to guide us. And so you can see that at this point we're already into the twist. So there are some contraindications about going too deep into a twist. So that would be if you have osteopenia, osteoarthritis, this is your pose today. So honoring where we are. And so alternatively, if it feels okay for you to go deeper, you inhale, lengthen our spine, and then beginning at the base of the spine, moving up one vertebrae at a time, go into your twist a little deeper. And so of course, head moves last. Soft belly, quiet breath. And then switch sides. So we'll be back at center, take a moment. When ready, inhale, lengthen your spine, and then come into your twist. If it feels okay for you, if it's not contraindicated, you can explore going a little deeper. So inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, twist. So eyes are closed softly, focus inward or soften your gaze. And release, back center. So actually, I think I'd like to add one more twist. So this would be moving dynamically. So we can stay in poses or we can move in and out of the pose. So here we go. Inhale, rock and roll. Reach up in the sky and come into your twist. Reach up, into twist. Reach up and twist. One more time, reaching up in the sky and twist. One back to a neutral spine. So twist, side bends, really intense spinal movement. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a seated forward fold. So for this version, I'd like to invite you to sit up tall, take hold of the underside of the chair. If you want, place your hands at your hips. So we'll lengthen our spine and then hinging from the hips, come into the forward fold. So we're only going to come forward about 20%. Tuck your chin in slightly to release your neck. And then breathe into your lower back. If it's helpful, you can walk your feet forward a little. So you might imagine even that your lungs are in your lower back. So of course we can't place our lungs in our lower back, but energy flows where thoughts, breath goes. And so it's ready, come on back. So you might push down through your inner heel. So it might be an energetic pushing down. One hand on each of your thigh. So I think from here, we will practice a breathing practice. So I don't know where everyone's located, of course, but on the Sunshine Coast in Vancouver, Lower Mainland, the weather's going to be quite hot in the coming days. So I'd like to reintroduce a breathing practice that I shared last week called cooling breath. And so I'm actually going to turn my iPad because the sun is pretty intense there now. I'm going to just face it another direction. And pardon me for coming in right in. So hopefully this works. There we go. So let's repose. So actually find a comfortable sitting position. And so come back in your chair. And so you're sitting comfortably, but still up nice and tall, and you're alert. And so the practice I'd like to share with you is called Sitali or Sitari, depending on how you're able to do it. And so Sitali is an inhale through a rolled tongue. So we stick our tongue out a little bit and it's curled. And then we exhale slowly. So not everyone's able to curl their tongue, and so it's not right or wrong. It's just how we're made. And so the alternative would be to inhale through your teeth slightly parted. So you might notice a cooling sensation on the inhale. And so alternatively, one more, actually it would be a little Cheerio. Okay, so here we go. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, take an inhale through your nose, exhale slowly. And we'll begin. Inhale, so through curled tongue, your teeth slightly parted. Exhale slowly. And you can add a little cat and cow movement to that if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And so if my count doesn't work for you, practice it in your own time and rhythm. So you can add a count or subtract. So now I'd like you to take your hand across your opposite near thigh. Your other hand sits on top. Turn your torso in that same direction. And we'll continue with the movement and the breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then when you're ready, let's come to the other side. So reach your hand across your opposite near your thigh. Your other hand sits on top. Turn your torso in that direction. And then we'll continue. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come on, back center just for a few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So you notice a subtle shift in your energy. And so from here, I think we'll transition into the meditation. And so come on, seated comfortably again, back in your chair. And lift your shoulders back and down. And then an invitation to rest your hands, palms face down on your lap, and to draw your hands in towards your head. Look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then an invitation to breathe into your heart. So breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so we'll just sit and take a few breaths together with a gentle reminder. And so inhale, calm my body. Exhale, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so come into a comfortable position for your final relaxation. And so if you have the ability to recline, go for it. Even if you want to put your legs up on a chair, that's totally fine too. So let's roll our shoulders up, back and down. So we're not scrunching our shoulder blades together. We're up towards our ears. Essentially, we want to soften our shoulders, allowing them to soften away from our ears. Now rest your hands, palms face up or down as desired. Our Buddha belly is soft, that area between our navel and our pubic bone. And breath is quiet. Allow the breath to reflect the pose. Serenity pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. And let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows, wide forehead. silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let, on exhale, go. Inhale, let, exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing your hands on her belly and bringing her awareness to her breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. And if you like, maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes, or maybe taking 3 breaths and counting to 3. And gradually blink your eyes open and come on up seated comfortably to finish your yoga practice. And so thank you. Notice how you feel before and after yoga. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. And so I love the class after, the little chat that we have after the class. So if you feel like hanging out for a few moments, apologies for the banging next door, please do. And otherwise, have an amazing rest of the day. And I hope to see you again next week. Thank you to Kasar, my tech host. It was amazing. And the Disability Foundation and Connectra for providing this lovely opportunity for us to practice yoga. Thank you.